I can only imagine how many people started as Westworld searchers yesterday, found my video, and within the course of 24 hours, they are currently born-again pirates. They are full-on pirates, donning an eye patch today because of what happened to them last night with all the ruckus you guys saw in that Sanderson Witches Brew known as the Senators Vancouver game. The classic ruckus we hope for. 6-3 with guys on both teams going for multiple points. And how about the plus 600 Shabbat? 2 points for Elias Pettersson. I know somebody said, well, you know, Elias Pettersson hasn't performed well recently against teams who are under. How many of them were against ruckus teams? That's why we designate ruckus teams, because we're looking for ruckus. Then we nailed the plus 475, 2 for Pettersson, 1 for Giroux, over 6.5. Pirates were born yesterday. Like, you know, when you hear a team wins the World Series, and then there was a baby boom after the San Francisco Giants won the World Series. There was a pirate boom last night, and many of you guys benefited, but do you want to know who really benefited even more than you? I slapped a plus 1,400 on the Patreon last night. Plus 1,400. It was 2 points for Draisaitl, 2 points for Konechny, and plus 1.5 for Edmonton, just in case maybe it didn't go their way in overtime. Plus 1,400 there, and then another plus like 425, 450, minus 1.5 for the Oilers, which I mentioned on the video yesterday. Over 5.5, 2 points for McDavid. What an unbelievable day. And the one team, the little nugget on the night that didn't work out, go check the Money Puck analytics. They got smacked up and down the ice. They just happened to hold off the Pittsburgh Penguins. But now they're taking the ice on the very next night against a team who's way faster, way more skilled, a team that I don't trust, a team that's in my Scam 5, but I don't trust them against quality teams or even middle of the road teams, because I think Washington is bottom of the barrel. An old, slow team on the second half of back-to-backs. No, thank you very much. I'll take the younger, faster team, despite the fact that I don't really trust them all that much. But they have been accumulating points recently, other than a tough game against Boston, which is never really easy to do. And I know they're a favorite. We'll always find ways to knock it down. I'm going to go with the New Jersey Devils. There's only 2 games on this Wednesday. They should always put more games on. What is the ideal day? People are just sitting home like, oh, it's just a boring Wednesday. You should really stack more games on a Wednesday. But I'm going to take the New Jersey Devils against the Washington Capitals. And if we're going to knock this one down, we can go both teams over 1.5 and the New Jersey Devils to win. I don't have any of the player props listed yet because we have these late West Coast games going on. Still not available because usually they wait for the games to end. Sometimes they'll post a player props, but I'm not seeing them available just yet. Once I do, as always, I'll be able to add those tickets to the Patreon, but I do like both teams over 1.5. Think about it. The Devils, they can score. The Devils, they concede, even against a team like Washington. I still think the Devils are bad enough in their own end. I mean, Washington at least will be on their own home ice. I think they'll be able to score more than 1. So give me both teams over 1.5 with the New Jersey Devils. And then in the other game, you got Toronto. They're beating the Kings. And now, unfortunately, this just looks like a classic trap game. It does. And if I'm going to follow my own rules, sometimes you don't even have to know the team names. You do have to know some things about the teams. Not the best feeling in the world, because I really have minimal faith in the Ducks. But a team at home playing against a team who played the previous night. And I got to tell you, Toronto looked great in that game, which is why I even want to take Anaheim a little bit more, because you know the deal. You know, Toronto, I've mentioned this many times. They play up to competition. They play down to competition. It looks like they're going to lay an egg. It feels like they're going to lay an egg. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll take that great defensive confidence and roll it into the next game. But I'm going to go with the Anaheim Ducks plus 1.5. Also, I'll combine that with the under 7.5. Ducks plus 1.5, that's its own bet, and then another plus 1.5 under 7.5. I'll have some time to analyze all the props once they become available, and I'll be able to add tickets like I did yesterday on the Patreon, which you can subscribe to. It's patreon.com/Andy Francess. What do you want me to say? You don't have to sign up. I don't have the prop prices available for you. There's only 2 games. I like the Devils. Scared to bet on the Leafs after a good effort So what I would go with there is the +1.5. I typically have a philosophy: if a team throws a shutout or gets shut out, I like taking the under in the following game. So I'll lean towards the under 6.5 in that Ducks game. But there's not much more to say than that. We have a larger slate the following day. But good luck to you. I don't want to say better luck to me because I'm riding high with a ton of luck. Oh. How about we check the updated odds to win the Metro? What did we have it at a couple days ago? +800. What are we at now, Dan?
Hi, Dan.
So happy to see all you Dans come over. It's a Dan army up in here, even if you're not a Dan. If you just want to say, like, no, I'm a regular guy, I'm a Dan. And then whoever put that comment that I pinned on yesterday, we got Sniffs, Dans, Westworld Searchers. This is great. Well, I want it to be great. I want you guys to enjoy these videos because for me, no joke, it's entertainment first. Look at the set. If this was strictly about picks, I'd be sitting in a room with charts in the background. Maybe even that's too much. And I would just be saying, there's the left wingers against the Toronto Maple Leafs on Wednesdays after a long day. They have a 22% chance of going over. So it's entertainment first here, Sniffs there. I know some of you guys wish the opposite, but I know many of you didn't plan to become pirates. It's like many religions. Sometimes, you didn't choose that life. That life chose you. Welcome aboard. I still want to tell you guys all, I'm like Orlando Bloom in Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm not really a pirate, but I have pirate ties. I know the pirates. I know how they want it. The majority of bettors, they don't like to admit it. They're pirates. They're pirates. Even smart people, they're pirates. And I know you guys are. And rather than trying to demand you do, you noble Englishmen, you know what I do. I try to give you the best picks. But the pirates always, they want their pearls. So I'll be back with you tomorrow for the bigger slate. Make sure you're also subscribed here to my YouTube channel. And also the engagement, it's how these videos get seen by new Westworld searchers. So if you can like the videos, comment on the videos. And somebody said, somebody told me on the Patreon, I didn't verify this. They said if you click the notifications, that's even better for the algorithm. And if I was you at home, I'd be like, this guy wants me to turn on the notifications and he's guilting me into it by saying it helps the algorithm. That's what he told me. But I will say this. It's not like I put out a whole ton of videos. If you like these videos, it's really these and hardly a few others, so I guess it wouldn't hurt you to put the notifications on. And also to my Patreon members, make sure you have the notifications on as well, because when I add new tickets to the, lot of them, it gives me the option to send notification to you guys, and I always click yes. But if you have notifications off, then I guess you're not going to get it. You never get spam from me. I hate spams, but I love scams. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy and enjoy the fruits of those Tuesday sniffs. Later.